So I'm getting ready to do a reading because I need to know what happened with that helicopter in New York City. And as you guys know, it's my tradition to put my cards in their boxes when I'm done with them, facing up with the card that I need to see next time. My question today is about the helicopter crash and the timing in New York City, and this is what happened. So let's find out what happened. What an afternoon. I have been away. I have hardly been able to see any of the hearing, but what chaos. And isn't that how Donald was going to start off this week with the Gemini Virgo first quarter moon? Charging forth the Knight of Swords with information and his posse in the hearing with John Dean. It is stunning what is happening. And I don't know if I had mentioned to watch for sudden surprises, upset, distractions that will be needed to cover Donald. And here we already had the helicopter crash in New York City. So I need to do this reading to find out what was behind that helicopter crash. So we will use this deck called the Enchanted deck because I really like it. So, oh, I have a good one you're going to watch. It's uploading right now, about that former senator, Linda Collins Smith, who was found murdered by gunshot. You're going to want to see that. I think it's number 67. I'm trying not to put too many tags on it because I don't want to attract the wrong people to some of my videos because it's a bit disturbing. Okay, so universe, cut my deck. So, what was behind the helicopter crash? Crazy how that crash happened right as the hearing started, I'm told. And then all the news channels flipped from the hearing to the crash, kept saying it was not terror related, but certainly never returned to the hearing and just kept repeating the same thing over and over. The timing is just impeccable. And you know, the thing that ran through my mind was what happened with Virginia Beach. Donald needed that distraction. Actually, it was the 6-1's mob that needed the distraction because they're having problems because of what happened with Netanyahu and Putin and Jared in a fight. I am so tired of this drama, you guys. So, right now I have on C-SPAN, they're having a vote right now about subpoenaing, I think, Barr. I don't know. Okay, so this card, what represents this helicopter crash? The world. I'm kind of surprised to have this because, well, yes, the Mueller report took a lot of time. This investigation has taken a lot of time to finish. It is needed a lot of structure to get it done, just as it has taken Attorney General Barr since March to obstruct the disclosure and the unredaction of this report. This is the end of a cycle. This has everything to do with Saturn. This is a Capricorn card as well, like the devil. When you achieve your goals, you're rewarded with the success of the world and the accomplishments and the public admiration. When you take shortcuts to get to the top, you're greeted with the devil and you make a deal with the devil. And that was prominent in the first quarter moon between Gemini Virgo. So at the top here we have the moon. Well, but let's go look at the Gemini Virgo first quarter moon, because if this is why there was a crash, I said that once that moon rose across the eastern horizon, which was about the time the the hearing was starting that it was going to get really ugly and dramatic for Donald. Because at the top of the chart, we had Saturn and Pluto. Saturn limitations, obstacles, everything the Trump administration has been doing, and it's lined up with the eclipses since last January with Pluto, which has to do with judgment. All the way at the bottom, bearing down, is Mars and Mercury, communication, news, media, Mars, aggression, accidents, fighting with it. So, howling at the moon. There was a plane crash because something's coming to the end, and howling at the moon is what I assume. That is interesting. Let's keep looking. I might be biased. There might be something totally different. Maybe the guy flying the helicopter was really upset too. Maybe they're a Virgo. Because we have 10 of blades, okay? That's the 10 of swords. The 10 of swords, again, was represented by the moon in the first quarter chart in the 6th house, which is squaring the sun, which is the president. So if you look at the president is having a difficult first quarter moon because of the hearings going on. Again, this could be the helicopter. Maybe he's having problems with the blades of his machine. At the center, we have 5 of coins. Dark money, someone's being left out, cheating. Look at these people. 5 of coins, 5 pentacles. This is being left out. Secrets. Secrets, we're going to enjoy this fun and this royalty. Look at this diamond. You people are left out. The Mueller report knows all of that. So if I was a helicopter driver, I've left people out. I don't know how this fits with crashing a helicopter in New York City. Future, Ace of Blades, Ace of Swords. That's the truth coming out. A helicopter maybe had a malfunction with the rotor blade. I don't know. We need to get the NTSB report on this. What lies beneath? Celebration 4 Wands, the White House. Unless the pilot of the helicopter was committing suicide and wanted to protect his home with insurance policy, this continues to fit the narrative of the White House and Donald needing a distraction. This is just horrifying. Godspeed, New York. Media, be better reporting. You all left the important news. We want better. We want accountability. We expect to see that. Go enjoy this lovely June, you guys. Thank you. Clarifier time. I just had to step back and gather my thoughts. The moon. The 10 of blades. The world. This is the White House. I want a clarification. Did the White House know ahead of time, meaning did Donald Trump know ahead of time that there was going to be this helicopter crash or something timed with the hearing? Show me one. Did they know ahead of time? Six of Cups. This is nostalgia. Sun in Scorpio. Scorpio is represented by Pluto. Pluto is represented by judgment. That was in the 10th house of the Gemini Virgo first quarter moon. Yes, they did know. Aces are yeses. The White House knew there would be a helicopter crash, some sort of accident, timed with the hearing. 10 swords, because Donald is done. So my next question is, Page of Swords. This was what was underneath. Page of Swords, yep. This was planted by a page. Okay. Next question. I want to know, does the FBI, our intel communities, know that this was a setup? Do they know this? Oh, I have another question. Do they know this? And I want to know if the Ace of Wands represented this plan with the helicopter crash. But first of all, I want to know, does the FBI, our intel, all of them know that this might happen? Did they know? Four of Cups. They're looking at it. They're standing back, I think, and they're looking at it. There's the Magician. I forget where the Magician was in the moon. It was there. The Tower. The Tower. Tower in New York City. The crash. The Magician precedes the crash. They're looking at if the Magician, Donald, preceded the crash. The government. Because of the government. It's at the base of this. Page of Cups. Jared. So it seems to me that they know, they're looking into it because perhaps of Jared, and the card on the bottom is Seven Swords. Getting away with it. I hope they don't get away with it. So let me grab my handy dandy horoscope wheel. What do we have here? I want to know about the Magician. Okay, remember this was the 10 Swords. Where's the 10 Swords? 10 Swords is right here. And whether the White House knew, that's the moon squaring the sun. King of Cups, USA, Russia. Okay, what else do we have? Fool, 10 Wands. 4 Cups. 4 of Cups. At the base of it, 4 of Cups. Okay, so this was my question about the FBI. Did they know? Intel. On Donald's card he drew here was to sit back and watch. I'm sorry. On Donald's card he drew was to sit back and watch. I asked if our CIA and FBI knew that the White House knew ahead of time. This was a card that I drew for them. The United States of America drew the Hermit, investigating. I think they already know. 6 Wands, page. 6 Wands, page of Swords. Oh, here's the Magician. So the Magician, we have. So I asked the intelligence, FBI, CIA. They're looking back at it to see the Magician, if the Magician knew about the Tower. The Magician is also the sign of Gemini because it has to do with Mercury. This also represents Donald. So in the quarter moon, Donald Trump had the Magician. This is in the 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams. Isn't that sickening? USA